Pastor Zillinger's Daily Devotions. The lectionary for the fifth Sunday of Epiphany. Psalm 138, verse 8. The Lord will fulfill his purpose for me. Your steadfast love, O Lord, endures forever. Do not forsake the work of your hands. Oftentimes, when asking a Christian, what is your purpose, they will go to what they think they want to do or what their job would like to be. But I want to ask the question in reverse. Maybe you should ask the Lord what your purpose is, or see what he has from Scripture. And oftentimes, the Lord will tell you your purpose today is to live in your vocation. Be a husband, be a wife, be a daughter, be a son, be a brother, be a sister, be a worker. Do what it means to be a Christian wherever you're at. Live out Christ and show other people what it means to be a Christian. That's your vocation. That's your purpose. Isaiah 6:3, and one called to another and said, Holy, holy, holy is the Lord of hosts. The whole earth is full of his glory. There are many people out in the world today, and especially many American Christians, that will say, we don't want liturgy. We just want to be free form. We just want to have a Bible study. We want to have something applicable. And the ancient Christians added holy, holy, holy in the liturgy for the very reason that right now in heaven, the saints and the angels will say, holy, holy, holy. Why would we not want to imitate that which is perfect? There's your answer. And it's a great song, too. In fact, over Christendom, that is described as the best song and the most liked and the most used song. It's Holy, Holy, Holy. 1 Corinthians 14:20. Brothers, do not be children in your thinking. Be infants in evil, but in your thinking be mature. Christians grow up. And this is something I think in the Lutheran Church we need to look at, but especially over Christendom. There are so many infantile, fat baby Christians out in the world. And then we start getting reasoning from the fat baby Christians instead of being mature and doing the right thing and being mature. So a person will say, well, that church over there, that has 1,000 members and they're nice and happy and they're all adults and doing these things. So we should be like that. And I say, okay, do they have the sacraments? Do they have infant baptism? Is it grace-centered? Do they have communion? Do they have absolution? Is that what they're doing, that they're centered on justification? Well, no, that's all churchy stuff. I'm like, well, then they're infants. They're not mature. Grow up. Be mature. That's why we have catechesis, to move people from an infantile faith of, well, I believe in Jesus and that's good enough for me, which is good to start with, to a more mature faith of, I live this out, not because I work, but because of what Christ has done in me. That's important. So I encourage Christians and churches, live more maturely. Don't live like the world and don't live like fat baby infantile Christians. Live like more mature Christians. Luke 5:5. And Simon answered, Master, we toiled all night and took nothing, but at your word I will let down the nets. Peter does some amazing things in Scripture, and if you look at how he says stuff, it's important to note. And sometimes we skip over this in Scripture, but Peter is saying, Lord, if you command me at your word, if you said it's there, it happens. Now, this happened before with Peter for other accounts as well, when we see actually after in this chronological period, but in Scripture, where he says, Lord, if you command me, I'll come out on the water. The commands of Christ are awesome and they are powerful. That's why we do sacraments as Christians, because he commanded us to do such things. That's why we do certain things in Scripture in our worship services, because Christ commanded them. And he will never command something that's bad for us. He commands something that's good for us. He'll never say, oh, I'm going to command something that's trivial. He says, I want you to do this because it's important. Simon Peter knows this, and he struggles and wrestles with this of, Lord, if you tell me it's a true thing, and I will do it, even if it seems miraculous, even if I don't understand it, even if I can't grapple with it logically or rationally, I'll do it. At your word, I'll let down the nets. And then, if you know the rest of the story, you see what God did, what Christ did for Simon to show him, hey, Jesus' word is important and powerful. The Lord bless your day as well as your week.